Carno. As in them. Almost missed the tea mark. I was too busy looking at your chat that I was just pouring tea, just one hand. Almost missed the mug. Did I miss it at all? No. Oh, that was close. Alright, 2 stacks are here. You should probably stop drilling. And you need to head south as well. Bengula's doing slaves, that's nice. And mercantilism. I'm pretty sure that Manicola penalty is temporary. Oh, their liberty desire is super low anyway, irrelevant. And Naples, I'm going to improve... No, I'm not. Carno, I need to go Benin. Fabricate Benin, okay. And then stop building the supply network there. And we will need to get access through Ethiopia instead. Marvellous. Now, do I want to get my heavies down here? Does this count as inland sea? It does. Interesting. So yeah, we're going to move the galleys around that way. We're going to have these guys drilling until the galleys arrive. Do I want the transports down there? No, I'm going to leave the transports where they are. Although the transports would be really good for blockading, and that is going to be a thing against Yemen. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the El Cid and have the El Cid mash up with the war fleet. So we'll send you to there, we'll merge you and then send you on from that. What kind of tea? Got orange cinnamon waiting at home. Tea! Earl Grey. Hot. Will I be integrating Naples? Yes. The problem with Naples is I got bombarded by a bunch of Tyrant Overlord penalties. So I frankly just have not been able to because I could never get my relations high enough to do it. Need to get 190. I can currently get to another 120. I can finally do it. This is the first time all game that I can get to 190 relations positive with them. And admin has finished, and Diplo is about to finish as well. So I should probably spend some points on those. And Diplo I'm going to do by trade good. Because I'm relatively confident I can choose personally where to put this myself. Because now I've learned that these filters lie, I have no confidence left in them. That will do. How long until I can tech up anyway? 6 more years. Yeah, we're going to be deving up some more. Come on. Where's my flagship? So what abilities do you have again? Integrated Marines means you offload troops faster. That's not going to be relevant for this war. You have Mortars, which increases your fleet blockade impact. So we actually have a fleet blockade impact of 2, because we also have the Age ability. Which means, so long as we have a blockade in place, that's actually going to mean that we have 4 phases quicker, which is going to be nice. And flagship durability just means that you're harder to kill, because you're only a galley, you're not heavy. And I could also spend some more money. Let's build some more manufactories then. Okay. The El Cid has arrived. So we'll send you off the coast of Aden. Well, we'll send you up to here, and then I can judge how big their fleets are, though I strongly suspect that we outnumber them quite heavily. Also, conversions can continue. Ah. Oh, you want me to fight Mamluks? That's going to require me to actually fight the Mamluks. Yes, but I'm not going to do much. They can just die on my walls because I control the delta. The one thing it does mean is they may intercept or interrupt my trade. Though actually we've got the navy, the flipping hell, the knights are doing well. We have the knightly navy who's going to completely crush them, so I'm not worried. It's the four biggest Mediterranean powers. The knights, Venice, Aragon and Naples, all on the same team. Good luck beating that fleet. Yeah, and this is without any help. That's all them. I'm not allied to the knights or anything. All I did was help them remove one rebel group, and that's it. We are again earning a silly amount of money. No workshops particularly worthwhile. A couple of temples that could be. Workshop in Toledo. Sorry, a marketplace in Toledo definitely needs to be done. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to keep saving up for the manufactories and just get those out as quickly as possible. Use one army to help. Not worth it. I'm not going to get anything from this war. The citizens of Albacete, Keti, that place, have grown tired of the local influence of greedy Castellan merchants, and they claim are using unfair advantages to outcompete the local businesses. So where is this? Albacete, which is... that one. It is grain producer, so goods produced is not very important, but then neither is the trade. Let's just suck it to Castile. No. Also, I should mention these forts are level 4, so yeah, good luck killing them. And my fleets are about to arrive, so undrill the troops. Ships have arrived, although they took quite a lot of damage on the journey. And truce with the Commonwealth has ended, but not with Castile, apparently. And have a new age ability, which is going to be the resistance to the Reformation, which I don't want. So I've got every single age ability. Well, I'm going to do it just so the thing goes away as an edict, so I just won't use the edict. You're actually investing quite a few troops over here. Well, hopefully you take lots of attrition damage. I can always move these guys north again if I have to. Okay, so I think that we are ready. You are still only allied to Mara, Yemen and Moravi. I will be co-belligerizing you. That does not bring anyone else new in. So declare war on Ajuran for Pate. And confirm. Yemen has answered the call. These guys can move forwards. Please tell me I'm not participating the most in this war from just my sieges. 23% because of how thick my walls are. Need to invade India and Africa. We've got no time for the silly Mamluks. Exactly. I might need to use one of these armies just to go and roust those. Alright, I'm going to use... I really don't want to. You guys repaired? Man, that was quick. Let's go and block off this so that Yemen can't get to me. Especially once I've taken Tajura. Yeah, that's why you put a fort on landing grounds. Yeah, okay, they're going pretty heavy for Cairo. I'm gonna have to go back and deal with that, I think. Damn it, Venice, you had one job. Keep them away from me. And we could get offensive ideas, which is extra discipline. We've got 4 more years to recover the military power. I think we can do it. So we've got the discipline and also new policies. Oh, of course, I forgot about the policies. So we can definitely get the military policy, which is trade efficiency and movement speed. Or the siege ability and lead a siege. I'm actually half tempted by this. Movement speed. That's a rare upgrade. Nah, lead a siege and ability. So my siege ability is now 46%. Unfortunately, my defensiveness is not equivalent. Although what I should do is increase my defensiveness here and here, so that those two hold out just a little bit longer. Now I'm kind of curious to see how many troops Aragon has. If it's only 13,000, then fantastic. Yeah, with everyone combined, especially now that... Oh, actually I'm not blocking that, not until I've taken Tajura. Well, Hera shouldn't be too far away. Let's also go down to speed 3 so I can see what's happening. You're going to have to hang out in Suez. What tech are you, Mamelukes? Mamelukes are tech 15, which is the same as I am. And they are hitting them in the north, but I think Cairo is going to fall and there's not a lot I can do about it. There's Hera. Let's take Tajura. In fact, it looks like Yemen's army is just going to be stuck over on that side. I'm okay with this. 26,000 versus 41. The problem is I don't know how good their armies are going to be. They have offensive ideas, same as me, which is why the siege is going so quickly. That explains that. They have +5 discipline. They have offensive, so it's going to be +10 discipline. Plus the cavalry combat ability, which I have no equivalent for. Versus my professionalism, which is pretty substantial. And my military tradition, which is down to 60. See, I'm not at all convinced that I can beat that 41 stack, especially not with a level 3 general. 3622. Yeah, I'm going to need to wait for my army to arrive, so we will have to siege this down most likely. There it goes. But now they are splitting their armies. So I'm going to wait until they're locked in. We're going to go to Shakia. Go. Both of you. And there they've made a terrible mistake. And actually, so have I. Who's better at sieging out of you two? I'm going to say you. Okay. So, Akanulu's army's nowhere near as good. In fact, that rather suggests that you are behind in technology. Yep. There are 4 techs behind in military. I have 113 discipline to the 105. I have a lot more morale and a ton more tactics. So we will completely squish this army. The Mamluks are moving in quickly to try and reinforce. Come on, guys. Gaspar Pena and his family. A merchant family from Cairo has come to greatly expand our long-range trade with the Mamluks. Extra power there, or we can gain a 50% off trade efficiency. Chap. Yes, I will accept that. And we also need a new person here. I'm going to go with the missionary strength because we are going to be stealing a lot of stuff for that. So the Mamelukes arrived. Yeah, you're already in the process of retreating. Oh, you're going that way. That's not hugely helpful. And you've taken this. Right, well I wanted to take Aden out first. Or Yemen, as they are now known. So let's go and do that. Bringing the transport to Yemen wasn't necessary. The air will grant access to either Mamluks or Ethiopia. Blockade score is nice, but unnecessary, really. I didn't bring the transports. These are my galleys. These are my warships. Which is there because I know that they have warships of their own. They're also a naval power. And this is the Red Sea, so galleys have extra combat ability. My transports are still here. And that was mostly so I could force a crossing across here. I'm going to try and beat your siege. Go ahead and blow down the walls. I have a cunning plan. I'm going to try and take Cairo first. I'm going to refill the garrison, then back off. Because they're going to be pinned behind Alexandria and Cairo if I do this. If I win this siege. And they are taking 5% attrition. I'll have fun with that. And there's Cairo. So we're going to refill the garrison, and then we're going to back off to Suez. Actually, no. We can go over here. There we go. And then it's going to be both of my stacks, so we're going to have 40,000 against their 50. Which should hopefully be enough. Mamluks actually want out, so I'm hoping that Venice pieces them soon. Although we're only at 26% war score, it's not amazing. The knights are fighting the Mamluk fleet and winning. Oh man, they got really lucky there. Crikey. Well, you're going the wrong way. And will be for a while. Oh no, 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 no. Stop, pause. Got to do this. Bugger. Stack wipe. Hell yes. Shift consolidate, move to Shakia. You're locked in. I've won that siege. Let's move on to the next one. And there it is, 40,000 against 30,000. This is their great general. But I have an amazing backline. 20,000 artillery to their 3. So we're very well supported. They do have a lot of cavalry, so my flanks are going to take a lot of damage here. But my flanks are actually supported by the artillery behind them, so it should be pretty one-sided. Less than I would have... Well, actually, no, that was pretty one-sided. They took 12,000 casualties for my 4.5. I'll take that. And I'm not going to force this one. Ajuran's armies have finally shown up, so I think I'm going to send you south to go and deal with them. My work here is done. Question for chat, when was the last time you actually went Merc-focused ideas? Haven't done it since the drill mechanic was added. I don't think I've ever gone Merc-focused. It would depend on the country, like Venice I probably would. Burgundy I probably would. Vigenaga I probably would. Fortifications neglected. Our policy of favouring the offensive attitude is leaving our fortifications to be neglected. Genoa gains poor forts for the next 20 years, or I lose 10 army tradition. Nope, Genoa can collapse, that's fine. Professionalism ruined mercs. I disagree with that. Mercenaries are still really good with professionalism. The thing is, you need to have more than 60% professionalism. Like, my armies now work in the concept of using mercenaries. So that 60% is important because you can actually get manpower back when you're disbanding. So I'll try and maintain as professional a regular army as I can. But if, like in the League War, I suspect I'm going to run out of manpower, then what I can do is I can get rid of my infantry. All of the manpower that they have is going to filter back into my manpower pool. Then I replace that infantry with mercenary infantry, which is then reinforcing with gold rather than manpower. So all of my manpower, plus the manpower I got from disbanding the infantry, will be reinforcing the artillery and the cavalry, keeping them in the field as regular troops for that much longer. But as for just going for mercenary ideas, I mean, the one that's really a mercenary idea is admin. And no, I don't go for that one very often, I must admit. Except I can see doing it as Venice, because as Venice you will be using mercenaries quite heavily. And also nations like Burgundy, because Burgundy has a lot of national ideas which affect mercenaries, as does Vijayanagara. Mercenary maintenance minus 15%, available mercenaries plus 50%, just means you can have a lot of mercs. And also, theoretically, mercenaries can become stronger than your frontline troops, because whereas they don't benefit from drill, they do benefit from professionalism, and they benefit from all of your country's modifiers. Plus, they also get... where are they? I think actually it's a professionalism ability that does it. Maybe admin? Yeah, it's actually a plutocratic idea, but they can get mercenary discipline, which regular armies don't benefit from, but they would get your regular discipline as well. Alright, Dalmatia has been retaken. It looks like their armies are very much on the run. Dalmatia should have time to recover. I think I'm okay to just send my armies here to the south. You go and lift that siege. You should win that siege, no problem. And then I can focus on Mara and the others. And in fact, Mara has a centre of trade here as well. Interesting. Because I definitely want to take as much control over Aden as possible. And there it is, the Mamluk war is over. Mamluks will cede Adana to Venice, Mamluks will give Yazan to Yemen. Really? Mamluks will be forced to give Venice 10% of their income every month. Mamluks will pay 1,200 ducats, of which I get 1,000. Because I did all of the freaking work! Like, that's like a 90% war participation. Venice owes me 24 favours. Yeah, you do. But thanks for the free cash. That is quite a lot of free cash. For, frankly, not having done that much. Right, let's build some more manufactories then. And now all of my armies can head south, and we can focus entirely on this war. Marvellous! Is culture conversion worth it? Not really. Most countries have enough promoted cultures where it's not that useful. There are a couple of instances where it can be, but part of the problem is culture switching is so expensive for what it gives you. I don't really see the point. I'd just go for the accepted cultures instead. Or if you're playing an Iberian, you can just export your minorities and then they're even less of a problem. Like Alexandria, I think. Was it Alexandria? Is now Aragonese because I just exported all the Egyptians to the New World. And when they're over there, they're not my problem. Oh, Portugal's gone for Mexico. Interesting. How's this doing? In fact, you're in the wrong place. Have I found expel minorities to be as awesome as you have? I think it's a new favourite feature. It's alright. It's not necessarily something that I would just focus. It is also relatively expensive. I mean, you are spending a lot of Diplo to do it on what would usually be free. But yes, you do get a lot of development, and usually the development per point is better expelling the minorities. It's pretty strong. I'm not going to say it's not very strong. It's pretty strong. And it's certainly giving my colonies over here a lot of power. The one thing I'm a little bit concerned about is it's speeding colonization up quite a bit. And most of the world tended to get colonized by like 1750 anyway. And that's just going to be even quicker now. So I don't think it should come with the settler chance ability. It should just be the dev boost and the minorities. Which thing am I again? Oh good, I am native assimilation. Good. You're going straight for the capital. You're heading south, and you should be as well. Where's the next fort in this direction? Here. Oh dear. Well, no, let's go for Aragon last. So we're going to focus down Yemen. So you're going to come over here, you're going to blanket Yemen. You're going to take out Mara. Good. Pirates are the best feature. That is a statement I'll agree to. The pirates are pretty awesome. I rather enjoy playing as them. More population from Bengula. Bengula's almost actually done already. Crikey. So Mara's on medium, so I don't need to wait for very long on Mara. I just want to take Shihir from them. And then we can focus on Yemen. And then Aragon. This is going to be a very profitable war. Alright, so all I want from you, Mara, is that one province. Which you're willing to give me. And also, quite a lot of money. In fact, all of the money. Yeah. Because if I was correct, this is a centre of trade. It is. Cool. So now we can go after Yemen. Yemen's forces are rather split up. So I think we're just going to go grab all of that. You can take their capital. And quite frankly, you can just go and sit over there. And grab their fleet when it tries to emerge. And murderize it. Let's keep moving up. Just make sure we take all of the provinces here. So, from Yemen, what exactly do we want? Basically just this little bit of coast. Except I don't have any diplomats available right now. Now I do. So from Yemen, we want 1, 2, 3... Flipping hell, that's expensive. Why is that so expensive? $27 development. That would be why. Oh, I didn't co-belligerize them. Did I just forget co-belligerent? God damn it. They were the perfect co-belligerent. Oh well. That's actually really annoying, because now the diplomatic situation is going to shift, and they'll be able to get more allies. Because they've done really poorly here. Did not capture anything. Disappointing. Although this is going to be inland sea, and then as soon as they get pushed out from here... yeah, GG. So we're definitely going to kill their navy, if nothing else. And it looks like we're just going to be developing a coalition in this zone. I'm okay with that. We are pretty well fortified over here. Tagbon insulted me. Oh, that's a mistake. And that time I stole a transport. Really? Alright, so you're 27 development, so we're not going to be able to get you. It's going to be... It's going to be just this one province that I want from Yemen. Oh, that's where the coffee comes from, but that will disappear eventually. Yeah, so just getting this one province from Yemen is fine. That's also going to give me a way into their territories, although we already have that from this, to be quite honest. War reps, they get a little bit upset, but that's fine. So Yemen's dealt with. Hope that, yeah, you're just exiled over there. And you're not going to give me access because you really don't like us. That's very annoying. Alright, we're going to need the transports. This is going to take you a while. And they may also run into Aragon fleets. Alright, go and take that. I should have repositioned my armies before making that peace deal. That was a mistake. Oh, new advisor. Do we not have a half price trade efficiency? We do. Although you're not my culture, so I cannot promote you, so you are stuck at level 2. That is a little unfortunate. Alright, do I have another core to do as well? I do. Ah, here we go. I have access. It's fine, the transports are not needed down here. You guys can turn around. Thankfully, it looks like Aragon got access through Yemen. Yeah, actually, I probably should have taken Muka so I could get the crossing there. Ah well, doesn't matter so much. Oh, one other thing I do need to do is decrease your unrest. And then send the warships around. Just go and mess around with Aragon's fleets. Let's go to here, then I'm going to split you up. You head over to Pate. You split. Although I'm a little bit concerned that I haven't actually seen where their army is. Or did I kill it already? I don't think I killed it. I might have killed it. Did I kill it? Well, there's a portion of it, I guess. Bengula, self-sustaining. Excellent. So you're going to give me access over to here. Whereupon the question becomes, where do I want this colony? Because I do want a colony in the South African Charter area. But I also want one right here. Which is in fact a centre of trade. Maybe I don't need one here. Because you're going to be in range. I can put a merchant there regardless. And we're not going to need to control any trade power there either. So long as just Portugal takes it. I think I can build another manufactory. I can indeed. What year is it? 6 more years until new tech institution. There's their army. And we've now got Pate, so war exhaustion is going to be counting against... Sorry, not war exhaustion. War score is going to be counting against them, so we want that and that. And that. We'll take this entire little pocket. I hate leaving those borders like that otherwise. And actually this war is almost over too. We are going to... Hang on, how much overextension do I have? Is it less than 45? Oh, it's way less than 45. Yeah, we could already make this peace deal. We just need them to accept it. Which they are not far off doing. And that's going to be a large portion of the centres of trade in Aden controlled by me. Will I go for humanist or religious or neither? Huzzah! I mean, the way I'm playing, possibly humanist, but I hadn't really considered it very hard. Poznick, thank you very much for the subscription. 17 months in a row. That is awesome, dude. Thank you so much for that support. I really do appreciate it. So we had Don Bassos earlier, who was the other old subscriber, and Poznick as well. The competition between you two continues. Although Poznick's winning. Right, now are you ready to peace out? Yes, you are. I thought you might be. And 140 ducats. That will do me. Beautiful. Okay, so we have high overextension, but it should not be too bad. We'll get all of those things cored. We can't afford to do those just yet, but once these are cored, then I think we will be fine. And now I am going to need transports over here, so I might need to build a second transport fleet. Because, yeah, you're going to be stuck here otherwise. War fleet can repair for a while and then head home. And we are going to need to be a little bit concerned about uprisings over here, because that's going to be very difficult to defend against. And this cannot be company ground, this has to be owned by me. However, my control of Aden should be going up quite dramatically, which means I'm pushing more money through Alexandria, which we are pushing pretty much all of it into Genoa. And Genoa is now worth 70 ducats, and that is going to go up as we actually core this stuff and turn it into level 2 centres of trade. So, yay! And more so when I give it to the Burkhas and stuff like that. Converting provinces still gives prestige. It does, yes. That's why I think I have 100 prestige still. Cool. Anyway, before I start anything else big, I think I might actually call it here. I know it's half an hour early, but I'm getting really hungry, and I want to go and get something to eat. So I'm going to call it here. I will be back again at 10 o'clock as is scheduled. I don't know for sure what I'm going to be streaming, though. It's down for Crusader Kings 2, but I am done with the Saga of the Shattered World. Novgorod is unwinnable, and there are no Catholics left that I can actually play as, and I would very much like to try a Catholic game. So I might do a new Crusader Kings 2 as a Catholic nation. Yeah, we'll do that. So if you want to see the beginning of a new CK2 game, it's probably going to be a historical one. We'll probably play as a Catholic somewhere, because I have not played as a Catholic since before Monks and Mystics, and I know a lot changed with that. And now with the Crusades being overhauled as well, I think the Catholics are going to be in a very interesting spot. I'll probably play from one of the later start dates. Although I would kind of like to see what the northern situation is like, if any of the nations there manage to reform. I'm not going to play as a northerner, I'll probably play someone in Spain or Italy. We'll see. We'll decide that when we're actually playing. So, thank you everyone for watching. Oh, that's true. We could play as an English and deal with the Vikings when they're trying to attack us. And basically play as someone on Alfred's side, for example. Although, earlier. And then we have to deal with the Viking invasions. You know what? I like that idea. That's a good idea. In the meantime, thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, make sure that you hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out and lets me do more of this kind of content. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can check out the Patreon, or you can be like Don Bastos and Poznik and all of the other subscribers that we have here, and subscribe. It is a great way of supporting me, and basically lets me continue doing this for a living. So thank you, everyone. Really, thank you. I do have a YouTube channel where you can find the Madagascar series. I'm not uploading this one at present. I don't know if I will. I don't like having two simultaneous EU4 games going at the moment, and who knows what we do after this. So there are also many other series up there, like Crusader Kings 2, Hearts of Iron, Total War Warhammer, Total War Attila, etc, etc, etc. Then finally I have a Discord, which you can find at this link here. That is where I tend to announce what I am streaming and when. It's also where I hang out. It's where the community hangs out, so if you want to come hang with us and talk about some games and stuff like that, then you are more than welcome to do so. In the meantime, I will be back 1 hour and a half, 10 o'clock PM this evening, for a new game on CK2. So I'll see you then. Bye everyone.